You could literally sense the frantic bloggers and scoopers running to find old tweets where they mentioned that Kang was going to be the villain in the next Avengers film. Of course, that stems all the way back to post-Avengers 1, but hey, a scoop is a scoop and news is news, so yes, I guess they were technically right, or might be right in the future, that Kang will be the Avengers villain for Avengers 5. You guys can definitely go all the way back to the first Avengers film. Even when that was shooting and people were trying to figure out who the villain was, there was those pieces that were around New York that were obviously parts of the Leviathan we know now, but that was apparently pieces of Kang's ship or Kang's throne. Again, every scooper at some point has named Kang as the next big bad. So I guess they're finally right in some degree, considering Kang will be a villain in multiple Marvel properties coming at us. And it looks like it's going to start off with Ant-Man and the Wasp 2 or Ant-Man 3, carry on over into Loki, who knows what else, probably relations to the Fantastic Four down the road, because that has to happen. And then of course, you're going to have Kang, more than likely, taking on all of the new Avengers, if that's what they're going to be called, or just the Avengers. And this does sort of make sense as a good villain to follow up Thanos. I mean, you had a guy that literally destroyed half the universe, and then you had to time travel and do a heist to be able to restore everything. Now everything is sort of fragmented and trying to recover. How do you top that? Well, if you mess around with time again, and you got some discrepancies in there and problems, and you've already started to explore the multiverse, it only makes sense that you bring in a character that can tie both elements together, and somebody that in the future has a pretty significant relationship to a upcoming franchise that you're building up, which of course is the Fantastic Four. Not to mention that also Kang, having done time travel back to ancient Egypt, you can assemble / establish some of those elements with the Eternals. Now, of course, having new Avengers come together for something as significant as fighting this guy who is a time-traveling, megamaniacal being of sorts that almost sees himself as another god after Thanos does seem like a good enough as reason as any to be able to put together this team. Now, at the same time, you have to look at Kang as a different type of villain. Somebody that doesn't necessarily go hand to hand and fight you with his fists unless it really calls for it, as he's highly intelligent and has a lot of technology at his disposal. Again, this is different than what we've gotten in the past. But hey, who knows what the future holds, but it definitely looks like this is the setup to our next Avengers film, and hopefully it pays off, because Kang is truly a tremendous villain and a character, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do with him.